Thank you, thank you. What a way to start our morning, isn't it? What a blessing. What a blessing to see all of you and to have all of you that are joining us by Zoom. I went blank there. And by recording. Thank you, thank you. My name is Shirley Angel Love, and I am your pulpit assistant this morning. And I welcome each of you. You're such a blessing. We have a few announcements. I call them opportunities for the week. Early Birds meets every Sunday morning, either in the fellowship hall or by way of Zoom at 9:30. And today our speaker on July 6th, can you believe it, is Reverend Kamatara. Our upcoming speakers are on July 13th is Reverend Sandy. On July 20th is Reverend Vicky. And on the 27th is Dr. Edward. So we are blessed this month. Yes. Yes. Our lunch bunch is meeting this Wednesday, the 11th, at 11:30. Say again? It's on July 9th at Village Inn on Valley. And we're having the Board of Trustees will meet also on Wednesday the 9th at 6:30 p.m. by way of Zoom. All are invited to participate as we do the business of our beloved Wellspring. And then on Thursday evening, the Thursday evening group meets at 7 here in the social hall or on Zoom. And you can get the coordinates from either Cleona or Edward. The July-August Science of Mind magazine is available for $6 in the bookstore. And then we have the full moon celebration, July 10th. This is quite a kind of a busy week, isn't it? It is the buck moon, and you are to contact Dr. Robles for the times. And last but not least is our prayer team. We have a prayer team that meets every Tuesday at 4:15 by way of Zoom. And this is the time when they pray with you for your requests. And it's also a good time for you to sit and be still and connect with them in prayer for all of the prayer requests. We know that prayer works. Many of us have testimonies of that, don't we? Okay, so at this time we will go to prayer. The vibrations and sounds of this wonderful bowl rings through us, into our hearts, into our mind, into the fullness of this body vehicle that we've chosen to be in this lifetime. And the vibrations, energies ring throughout among all of us. We greet the I Am presence this morning that is here, always here, and is within us and around us. And we acknowledge that I Am presence. And I say, as one voice, I am my I Am presence, and I'm one with the I Am presence in the very center of every man, woman, and child upon this planet. It is a time for us also to say aloud to ourselves, to the divine I Am that we are, I am peace. I am harmonious. I am grateful. I am joyful. I am magnificent. Each of these is the I Am that each of you, within the hearing distance of these words spoken out loud, it is the truth of your being. And all men, women, boys, and girls are hearing this very message now within them, whether it's in the night or in the day or at noon, because we all are one. And so we give thanks for this day, this unity, this union that we have in our core essence with all creation. And our service today is blessed by the message, by the music, by the reading, by all of you that are present. And so it is. Okay, so now we can stand and share the song of joy. I don't know what it is. Oh, okay. Let's do it. And we thank Miss Judy for helping us. Another day goes by and still the Thank you, Judy, and thank you for all singing with us together. Okay. So we like to read our vision and our mission and our affirmation together. Our vision: to elevate spiritual consciousness in our world. Our mission: to support individual spiritual quests through celebration, study, counsel, loving fellowship, and service. And our affirmation: with gratitude, I honor the freedom and power of spirit within me. I release my limitations and rise into my full expression of truth and love. The divine presence within me guides me to live boldly, joyfully, and purposefully. All right. Oh, who is our special music? None other. Thank you, thank you.
Yes. Okay. It is. And thank you. I love the way we take care of each other. So this song is by Karen Mitchell. She's a new thought musician if you're looking for someone new to check out. Although she's not new, it might be new to you. And it's on an album called And So It Is, which we sure like to say around here. And this song is called In This Moment. When I forget we are one, and I regret things that I've done, I go within my heart and soul. I start again, knowing I'm whole. God is right here, I am right where I should be. As I fill my mind with peace, I feel it washing over me. God is right here, I am, flowing in and out through me. In this moment, I am free. When things go wrong and my way is dark, when I lose my song and life breaks my heart, I go within my heart and soul. I start again, knowing I'm whole. God is right here, I am right where I should be. As I fill my mind with peace, I feel it washing over me. God is right here, I am, flowing in and out through me. In this moment, I am free. In this moment, I am free.
Wonderful, wonderful. Reverend Kamatara is a master of many things I observe. This morning, our reading is taken from 365 Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. My knowledge that the great I Am is ever available gives me an increasing capacity to draw upon it and to become inwardly aware of the presence of Spirit. There's something at the center of my being that is absolutely certain of itself. It gives me complete assurance that all is well. I am a divine being here and now. I know that in this consciousness of reality is the supply for my every need, physical, mental, or spiritual. And I accept that supply in deepest gratitude. I am thankful that this is the way life fulfills my needs, through the doorway of my inner self. And I'm thankful that I know how to use this perfect law. I come to this great fountain of supply in the very center of my being to absorb that for which I have need, mentally, physically, and I'm filled with the sense of the reality of that which I desire. I know that good is at the root of everything, regardless of its seeming absence. Since there is but one Spirit, and this Spirit is in me and in everything, and then everywhere I go, I meet this Spirit. I meet it in all people, all places, and in all things. There is a divine essence permeating everything, flowing through everything, becoming all things. I have limitless faith in this unconquerable presence. You can put your hands on your heart and receive all of that you are. We're blessed this morning to have Reverend Kamatara come up and minister that wonderful living word.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello. It's so nice to be back so soon because I live here now. It's so nice. Yay. And I did have to laugh last week when I was up in Albuquerque speaking at the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. They give me the topics and I say yes, and I, good soldier, I do whatever they tell me to do. And I had to laugh because the topic, of course, was exactly, God has a sense of humor. It's exactly what I need to learn for myself. And what I've been experiencing, it just captures it so perfectly. And so the topic was about resilience. And I thought, and there it is. Yes, frequent flyer miles there. And I feel like you have frequent flyer miles there as well. And I do love the thought that resilience is our sacred strength to stay rooted and then to rise again, to not give up. And I like how Brené Brown puts it. She says, spirituality is recognizing that that we are all inextricably connected by a power greater than all of us, and that connection gives us the strength to endure, to rise, and begin again. So just take a moment to think of someone in your life who has shown remarkable resilience. Just bring that person to mind. And take a moment to just honor that example. That's so important. And now, of course, think about yourself and just how many times you've begun again. It's amazing, isn't it? The human capacity to do that. And certainly, moving to Las Cruces and beginning again in my 50s, it's pretty wild and amazing. And then also, landing on my feet because of beautiful spiritual community and friends. And at every turn, God saying, here you go, and here you go, and here you go. And so that's what we're really honoring and unpacking today, that sacred gift that resilience is. But of course, we're not going to get away without the definition and etymology of resilience. So here we go. Looking at the etymology of resilience, it comes from the Latin root resiliere, which means to leap back or to spring back or to recoil. Re means back and silere means to jump or leap. And it was originally used in the 1600s to describe the physical property of a material that could return to its original shape or form after being compressed or stretched, like rubber or spring. But by the 18 and 1900s, it began to be used figuratively to describe people's psychological and emotional ability to recover from hardship. So resilience, the official definition, is the ability to withstand, recover from, and adapt to difficult situations, be it physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual adversity. It's the inner strength that allows a person or a system or a community or a country to bend without breaking, to endure challenges, and to emerge changed but intact. And I love this last little part, or even stronger. And that's the most exciting part to me. That's the growth that we believe in. When we say change your thinking, change your life, it's not woo-woo. This is the actual process that we're going through. It's not for the faint of heart, which we know. So really, resilience at its root, it means the sacred capacity to spring back, but not just to where we were. In spiritual growth, resilience moves us forward. It transforms our wounds into wisdom and pressure into power and trials into triumph. Because in a spiritual context, resilience isn't just about surviving the difficulty, it's about allowing it to deepen our awareness, to grow our faith, and to awaken more to our sense of our divine nature. So we're going to look at those three things today. Let's start with how facing adversity can really deepen our awareness. That's where we connect with wisdom. In fact, at Circles where I work, it's an anti-poverty organization, and as we're training up volunteers and participants and people all over the nation doing this thing, one of the things that we have to talk about is trauma, because having the experience of poverty is traumatic. And so oftentimes people have ACEs. That's the abbreviation for adverse childhood experiences. And there was a medical study that the more ACEs you have, the lower your life expectancy. Except, and this is where the hope piece comes in, except when folks are in community and begin to change the inner narrative about that trauma. And so at Circles, we try to dismantle that victim mentality of, oh, this happened to me and there's nothing I could do about it. And I'm, it becomes who I am. And it's the only thing about me is this trauma. And you've maybe met people that are like that, where that's like the only defining feature of them. And all of a sudden people are trauma dumping and all sorts of weird things happen. Well, what we try to help folks to say is, yes, this thing happened to me, but it's not who I am. It's not the truth of my being. And so it helps us to be able to transcend that trauma, and even, I like this word, to transmute that, where you're transforming it into what you are becoming. Because we know that God uses everything, that nothing is wasted. So when I find myself in adversity, something really gnarly, can I just pause? Pause in that conflict, the discontent, being shook, the something tragic, whatever it is. Can I just pause and make the space for God to speak into the darkness, to breathe light into my heart, to whisper a little word of wisdom that I could hold on to? Because that's what deepens our awareness and helps us to be resilient. Ernest Holmes writes, within each one of us is the unborn possibility of limitless resilience. Ours is the task of giving it birth. And Reverend Angel Kyoto Williams says, the heart that breaks open can contain the whole world, and your ability to stay present in that breaking is the sacred act of resilience. And Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith says, the pain pushes until the vision pulls. And this is the part that people don't usually quote. So I'm going to say it again. The pain pushes until the vision pulls. And resilience is the bridge between the push of life and the pull of your soul's purpose. Yes. So even though this may be really gnarly and this may be really tough, and it is the pull of our soul's purpose, resilience is that bridge. And Ayana Van Zant writes, your willingness to look at your darkness is what empowers you to emerge into your light. That's resilience. It is spiritual power in motion. So we deepen our awareness. We connect with wisdom. We are being called to something deeper, something more, something different. And can we have the courage to sit with it? Because that's where we get to step two. That's where we get to grow our faith. We get to connect with the divine from the roots up, kind of flip up the hood on the car and see how it all works. We get to see how Spirit supports us, that Spirit never quits. And the mysticism is in the endurance. The grace is in the grit. Myrtle Fillmore, so founder of Unity, says, you do not have a problem that Spirit within you cannot overcome. The strength of God in you is greater than anything you can face. And I've made this joke before, and I'll make it again. You know how people always say, well, God never gives you anything more than you can handle. Yeah, and I always roll my eyes just like that. And I always say, well, I wish God didn't think I was so competent. But it's true, because it's like gold that's tested in fire. To get all the Old Testament on you there. It's purifying. It's strengthening. It shakes out the things that don't matter. What needs to get left behind in this moment? What am I holding on to? When I think of the things that I left behind this year, amazing. 24-car pileup of adversity that I just faced. And so the growth has been exponential. And can we handle it? Yeah, can. And maybe you're having a similar experience right now. Some really hard things happening in your life, in this country, in this community, whatever it is that's coming that's really so hard. And can we keep going because we have our faith? Faith, our spiritual community, all that we can lean into right now to know that we are going somewhere on purpose to our best and highest good. And I know you all just finished that book with Florence Scovel Shinn, so here's a quote for you from her. Every obstacle is a stepping stone. When we see through the eyes of truth, we turn seeming defeat into divine advantage. I love that, divine advantage. So in the face of adversity, we can connect to the divine, have faith, keep going, lean into the mystery and all of our supports and our spiritual tools that we have in this community. We even lean into each other, all the ways that God shows up in our lives. And can we allow it? Can we allow Spirit to uplift us, to fully surrender to the all that is? Because that's when we get to step 3. We awaken to our divine nature. That's where we connect to our inherent power. That just as Jesus did, we can transform, transcend, transmute any kind of trauma, trial, tribulation, trash, whatever is going on. It can be born again. It can be made new. The soul's rebound is a sacred alchemy because God's power cannot be broken. And the power of rising again is a holy comeback. You probably have experienced that many, many times over in your life. And your success rate, 100%. Emmett Fox says, "It is the law that you cannot fail. The presence of God in you is your unfailing strength and power. The more you lean into that, the stronger you rise." And Marianne Williamson says, "We are not held back by the darkness we face, but by our refusal to claim the light within us. Resilience is saying yes to that light." So no matter how dark it seems, the pilot light of the divine is always lit. The power of God is always within. All right, so we need to remember, we are rooted in the divine. We have the capacity to rise and rise again. Our strength of resilience is a sacred gift. So in times of adversity, we deepen our awareness, we grow our faith, and we awaken our divine nature. Or said another way, we connect with wisdom, we connect with God, and we connect with our inherent power. So when life is pressing in and you feel stretched or shaken or weary, just remember, you're not breaking, you're becoming. You are rooted in divine wisdom, you're anchored in eternal love, you are equipped with resilience that is not your own doing. It is Spirit expressing through you. And you do not have to bounce back to who you were. You are invited to rise into more of who you truly are. So I'm going to close with a poem. It's by John Rodell. I know you know, he's my favorite poet. It's in the book Remedy. And actually, I've read this poem to you before when I did an Easter Sunday talk about resurrection, and it's so good. It's just so good. I'm going to read it again. It says, "Remaining delicate doesn't make you weak. It makes you willing to get shattered every now and then in order for you to transform into whatever you need to become next. Some of God's best artwork are things that were once broken, that became a new creation. If someday you have to become completely undone, don't fight it, because that's just a sign that the divine isn't done working on you yet. If someday the forest of your life has to be burnt to the ground, don't cling to the ashes of what once was. Just stand still and wait patiently for the saplings of what comes next for you. Emerge, emerge, emerge. Be willing to start over again and again. This is the opposite of weakness. It's the toughest thing I can think of. Resurrection is only for the strong. And you, my love, are the strongest person I have ever met." Okay, thanks. So today the challenge this week, should you choose to accept it, okay, maybe this lifetime, is to let today be the day that you claim your sacred strength. and bless the path that brought you here. Breathe deep into your roots and rise again, not in resistance, but in radiant alignment with the power within you. You can rise again and be the living proof that spirit never quits. Whew, let's take it to prayer. Deep breath. All right. And in this tender moment, we know that we sapling is rising again, and that this is the strength of the divine. This is the blessing. This is the alignment. This is how God expresses in all different ways, in the destruction and in the rebirth, in the clouds, just as much as the sunshine, in the winter, just as much as the spring, that all of it is God expressing in us, as us, through us. In the strong times, in the weak times, in the gnarly times, and in the joyful times, that all of it is just God waiting to be recognized in this moment now. And when we forget, we can touch our home base of spirit within. We can lean into each other in this very precious spiritual community that is Wellspring. And remember our faith, to experience that deepened awareness, to connect with the divine, and to know our power within, to rise and rise again, that this isn't the end of the story. It's just the end of that chapter. And there's more yet to come. And it's such a good story as the divine is expressing and growing and our authentic selves are being cracked wide open. And then that little seed can grow as it cracks open and goes into the light and bears fruit. And all the bounty that comes from that growth and that loving service to ourselves and others. And so I give thanks for our capacity to hold on to faith and hope and strength and to be born again, to rise again. Amazing courage and capacity in the human spirit. And knowing that the support of spirit never quits. That God is the source and the strength of all. And that we believe in the ever-givingness and the ever-goodness of the divine. And this is what uplifts me when things are tough. And so knowing that everything is in divine right order, regardless of seeming appearance, I know that everything is leading to our best and highest good. And that truly all is well. All is well. All surely is well. And giving thanks for this, I let this prayer go into the law, knowing that it is done. And please join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. Yeah, we're going to do some special music now, so I'm going to turn off this microphone and shift to that one. I should drink some water. Acoustic tissue blowing. Oh, I love how we can support each other and just laugh together and be sweet together. Thank you. So this next song, if you grew up in the Christian faith tradition, you probably know it. It's a pretty classic hymn. I repurposed the lyrics, of course, because I couldn't resist. But it's a very comforting song to me. And if you know it, just jump in on the chorus and just see what happens. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrow like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. Though sickness should buffet, though trials attend my way, let this blessed assurance uplift, that Spirit regards me, my needs always met, and I stand in the truth of my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. And God haste the day when my faith shall not be moved. I know who I am, like the stars. The trump shall resound, and the light shall descend as a guide in the night for my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul.
What a blessing you are. Thank you. Shall we say thank you again? We're thankful for all that you are. And in this Wellspring family, you've come to the right place, and we support you. Okay. And so now it's time to share our monetary gifts. And I think Judy Westfall's going to help us. And Judy Bethman's going to play for us. We give thanks for these gifts and for the virtual ones that we are receiving. And we're just thankful that we have the ability to give and to receive. We're thankful. And a portion of this goes out into our community. And we're thankful and we're blessed. And so it is. Thank you, Judy. Thank you. We want to thank all of those that made this time together today here in our family possible. We thank you, Reverend Kamatara. And we thank you, Judy. And we thank you, Edwin and Brenda. And all of you that are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we thank all of you that have joined with us today on Zoom and have joined with us by recording. It's always the presence of now, so we're thankful, aren't we? Okay, so we're going to stand now and read our benediction and sing our song of peace. Spirit in the midst of us is mighty. Joy, peace, and eternal life are our true nature and flow through us into the world. And so it is.